Haven't you ever heard of someone who experiences sleep deprivation, psychological disorders, or something else along the lines of affecting their well-being? Well, there might be a potential candidate for their potential health crisis. It is the use of psychoactive and dissociative drugs. That's right, the use of substances like MDMA, psilocybin, and marijuana all can change the mind's perception, mentally and physically. And these can have the potential to benefit the user undergoing the treatment and use of these tools. I'm going to focus on the legalization of use of marijuana and psychoactive substances. I want to cover this because these substances, if used right, can benefit the human population for the greater good. Using these substances can veer towards many benefits it has, whether it's for the mind or body, or both. What can it do? It can help with cancer treatments, depression, PTSD, sleep deprivation, eating disorders, diabetes, seizures, schizophrenia, suicidal thoughts, pain relieving, and more. There's so much more that you can't even counterlude the list. It goes to 70 different terms. The money it can make in the economy and for its citizens as well. You can farm all the plants and the fungi, and you can create these substances, and that creates jobs. It can evaluate the economy and the stock market, and in medical insurance. You're investing into these new stores, into medical treatments, into insurance firms who are now getting money from the sales and use and where you're giving distribution of these products. Now I'm going to focus on what each of these substances can do. What can MDMA do? Well, research from the National Library of Medicine.gov state exactly that MDMA works as an indirect serotonin agonist by binding and inhibiting the serotonin reuptake transporter in the brain. In addition, it increases the release of other monoamine neurotransmitters such as dopamine and noradrenaline. MDMA appears to impact users by decreasing their reactivity to negative stimuli, such as threats, while enhancing feelings of empathy, openness, and euphoria. During trials, they found that MDMA treatments worked relatively good. The power of this has led the DEA to banning this substance, because they believe that it actually does more bad than good. Truly, if not used in a safe environment, this can go bad, and the unregulated use of MDMA can cause potential hazards. So, if followed by a strict conduct environment, then this could be a good legal option. For marijuana, the DEA lists marijuana as a Schedule I controlled substance. This means that they cannot legally be prescribed, possessed, or sold under federal law. If it could, it would benefit the U.S. dramatically, affecting its citizens and economy exponentially by increasing jobs like stores that sell marijuana, farmers, distributors, and even insurance jobs. Anything within the lines of creation of this substance until the sale of it, it creates benefits for even the stockbroker at the end of the phone, placing a call on a marijuana store stock in the stock market. If marijuana was decriminalized in the U.S., everybody would benefit. Research from the American Cancer Society states that by using marijuana, users can experience relief pain and nausea, reduce inflammation, and it can act as an antioxidant. CBD that's in marijuana can help treat seizures, can reduce anxiety and paranoia, and can counteract the high caused by the THC in marijuana. The CDC states that cannabinoids found in the marijuana plant can be helpful in treating nausea and vomiting from cancer chemotherapy 1, as well as in treating neuropathic pain caused by damaged nerves from cancer. Another article from the CNN states, small clinical trials have shown that 1 or 2 doses of psilocybin given in therapeutical settings can make dramatic and long-lasting changes in people suffering from treatment-resistant major depressive disorders and PTSD, which typically does not respond good to antidepressants. So people who are going through PTSD or schizophrenia, or they're having problems and they're given these pharmaceutical pills that are made out of many chemicals, don't really work that well, and they're not as healthy for them. So another way to combat major depressive disorder, bipolar disorder, is to use these small little natural mushrooms that come from the ground that are healthy and safe, and they're supernatural, way better than these prescriptions, and using those. Another study from the University Hospitals of Science and Health states psilocybin has also shown effectiveness at easing fear and anxiety in people with terminal cancer. These are exponential sources of evidence that this substance works greatly with its users, and if controlled right, in a safe environment and well-regulated one, there is some clear footing that maybe this substance should be decriminalized with the other two above. All of these substances can work. This is foolproof, but our current U.S. government is aiding against the decriminalization of these substances, and it should be, and it is up to us to decide what we do and what we can say about using these substances. You might have a family member or friend who might be open to using these substances instead of using pharmaceutical medications that are often costly and addictive and potentially unsafe for the users. And that is why I think creating an open distribution and use policy for the decriminalization of marijuana and psychoactive substances would be very viable to change the outlook of the entire world. The world would be better represented in its social public health structure and economy if the decriminalization of these substances were potentially possible, and it should be up to us to decide. And I hope this speech has helped you gain footing on maybe where you would reside along the problem today. Thank you.